Hello and welcome to Lesson 2, Diphthongs and Consonant Pairs. In this lesson, we will have a look at different letter combinations in order to learn how to pronounce them right. Before starting to learn new words, you definitely need to know how to pronounce these letter combinations right. Let's start with the first one, diphthongs. In the case of diphthongs, we have a letter combination of two vowels, and instead of being pronounced separately, the two letters have one sound. The first one is RE and AE, which is pronounced like the English word for I. I. Here we have the example of the word Mai, which means the month May. The second word is I, which means egg. The second letter combination is A-U, which is pronounced like ow, ow. Here we have the example of the word Auge, which means eye. Now please repeat after me. I, ow. Mai, Auge. The next letter combination is EU or EU, which is pronounced like oi, oi. Here we have the example of the word Europa, which means Europe. The next letter combination is IE, which is simply pronounced like E. For this letter combination, we have the example of the word see, which means you. I, Europa, sie. Now let's have a look at grouped consonants. The first letter combination here is CK, which is simply pronounced like a K. Here we have the example of the word Zucker, which means sugar. The second letter combination is CH. There are three different ways of pronouncing this letter combination. In the first case, this letter combination sounds simply like the H in the word huge. Here we have the example of the word ich, which means I. In the second case, there's a specific rule. After the letter A, O, U, and AU, it's pronounced like the guttural CH in the Scottish loch. Here we have the example of the word boek, which means book. In the third case, the CH can also be pronounced like a K if it is at the beginning of a word. Here we have the example of the word Charakter, which means character. Zucker, ich, Buch, Charakter. Now let's continue with the next letter combination, PF, which sounds like a puff sound. Here we have the example of the word Pferd, which means horse. The next one is QU, which is pronounced like the letter combination K and V. Let's have a look at the example. Quelle, which means source. Pferd, Quelle. The next letter combination is SCH, which is simply pronounced like the letter combination SH. Let's have a look at a few examples. In English, you would simply pronounce it like in the word sheep, sheep. And in German, we have the word Schule, Schule, which means school. The next letter combination is SP, SP, ST, ST, which is pronounced like the letter combination SHP and SHT. Let's have a look at the examples. The first word is sprechen, sprechen, which means to speak, and the second one is stehen, stehen, which means to stand. Schule, sprechen, stehen. The next letter combination is TSCH, TSCH, which is simply pronounced like a CH in English. Here we have the example of the word Deutsch, Deutsch, which means German, and of the word Tschüss, Tschüss, which means bye. Deutsch, Tschüss. Now the last letter combination, TH, TH, which is simply pronounced like a T. Here we have the example of the word Theater, Theater, which means theater. This was our second lesson. See you in the next lesson, which also will be our last basic grammar lesson, where we will learn about personal pronouns and articles.